Good morning, folks. Today is one of the rarest planetary geometries we see in our solar system. Venus and Mercury on exact opposite sides of the Sun, Venus and Mars on exact opposite sides of the Earth, with Ceres nearly in line as well. And all the while we have Saturn, Earth, and Sun lining up. Unusual to have so much happening in one day. We'll start with a recent revelation. There's natural forcing to the North Atlantic Oscillation driven by the tropical seas. In a natural, non-human influenced climate driver that is responsible for a substantial amount of melting in Greenland and Canada. Also note, this oscillation is what many scientists now believe is dependent on solar flaring. Now sticking in this same vein, who is John Coleman and why do you care? He was the first forecaster on Good Morning America and founder of the Weather Channel. He sees the same lies and bad science based on incomplete computer models instead of the observations that have proven global warming science wrong for 20 straight years now. He, like me, is highly perturbed by the 97% agreement number they like to toss around. In our conference speech, we mentioned that over 9,000 PhDs denounced the current erroneous climate propaganda in the US alone. And John's listed out some of the more impressive names, but still, the list goes on and on. Eventually sick of the return key, he resorts to paragraphs. One of the most important names on any such list is Dr. Christie at the University of Alabama, Huntsville. He found his way into our speech at the conference as well. Truly, the models assume we humans know everything about inputs and factors first, and if we don't have literally every answer, the models will be wrong. That's exactly what we see. And if you happen to be new here, this channel and the progress we share is not denying climate change, just the genesis of it. It's a simple matter of observations over the mathematical best guesswork. Look at Jay Carney's quote. Yeah, that's the point, son. The science says your side is wrong, but your billions just keep flowing to the machine. Then we have this, a new climate.gov product showing only the last 50 years, which is even more deceptively unrepresentative than what they gave us before back to the 1880s. But okay, I'll do it your way. The current global cold wave began in 2013, but even I had no idea it smacked us down that much. 2014 thus far has been owned by the cold. I'll love to see where that next marker is. And for the record, this is just the United States, which was indeed warmer than the rest of the world in general. Snap back from Fantasyland to see above average tremor in the South Atlantic. We're also seeing more shaking this morning at the Mexican coastline where the low is no longer tracked as a threat, but still maintains form and is a rain event. We're also now monitoring a tiny low in the Northwest Pacific, slated to shift north just east of the subduction zone. Modus over Australia seeing significant burning in the northern parts of the country. Could be drier, but not the rainfall you'd want to mitigate. The dry season begins. I see lows over Sweden, east of Greece, and the big one in the North Atlantic. Pulling the cloud overlay shows which convergences are most active. Earth spots in the Pacific. High hasn't moved in the past 2 days, but the low keeps creeping east. Keep an eye there. But we're mostly concerned still with the mainland today as severe weather is going to show up again. It will shift eastward tonight. Keep an eye on local warnings. Solar wind shows nearly 24 hours of calming telemetry and then a density spike. KP index was heading down, but our shield felt that shock, and the sensitive magnetometer took a dive as well. Sunspots are still menacing up north, until you pull the magnetogram and see that we have no real solid mixing. An arguably beta-gamma complexity released a high C flare this morning, but we have no deltas, and the southern grouping appears to be just as willing to try his hand with fewer umbral cores. He actually won the largest flare of yesterday. Speaking of yesterday, the coronal magnetic fields went ballistic and erased the northern coronal hole. It's gone. The southern stream may impact Earth tomorrow, but the next equatorial opening is coming in now. Current conditions. Shots of our star to close. Eyes open. No fear. It's 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's the news. Be safe, everyone.